we get it almost every night. And now the moon gets the big and bright. We get it almost every night. And now the moon gets the big and bright. We get it almost every night. And now the moon gets the big and bright.
Welcome to another episode of A Smoke and a Sandwich. I'm your host, comedian Marcus LeVar. Today I got a really important guest with me today, man. Yo, this dude is like really one of the biggest local rappers in Philly. No, I'm sorry. Let me respect you. Let me respect you.
Global.
When I say local,
international.
when I say local, I mean he came from the streets of Philadelphia.
Believe that.
That his name. It rings bells from South Philly all the way up to Germantown, all the way up to Uptown, all the way up to Lehigh Avenue. This man is really out here working, and that's why I wanted to have a conversation with him today. Everybody, please welcome Tone Trump.
Believe that, the greatest hustler alive.
Yo,
the Muslim
man.
Dime. Pretty Tony. Honored to be here. I want to wish you much success on your show. I know this is a new platform.
Yes, it is.
And, you know, as a mogul, I wish you nothing but the best and nothing but success. And I'm glad to be one of the first guests to be a part of what I think is going to be one of the best shows to come out of Philadelphia.
I appreciate that, bro.
But he said, but I do have to correct him. He said his name ring bells from South Philly to Uptown. My name ring bells in Morocco. My name ring bells in Tunisia. I sell merch in New Zealand.
Talk your shit.
I sell merch in all the Middle Eastern countries. You know what I mean? Like I don't have the most fans. I got the best fans. You go to my merch page. What artist in Philadelphia has sold more merch than me? I'll answer that for you. None of them. And that excluding nobody, from the biggest artist you could think of to the upcoming artists. My merch is like a clothing line. When you see people wear that Muslim Don, or you ask me about the Make America Pray, these are things that are globally accepted and respected.
Yes,
and I appreciate all my supporters. And I also, I'm proud of my roots too. Like the brother behind the cameras, my brother Embassy said, he remembered me grinding. It started on 52nd and Market, going up to the mixtape stand with Feast and leaking them and learning full-time grind Kool-Aid, learning that grind and taking that grind from 52nd and Market to now I'm getting booked in places like Vancouver, Canada, mashallah. So just gotta let them know, global, never local. I'm the greatest hustler alive. I'm not a Philadelphia hustler. I'm a global hustler who's from West Philadelphia.
I respect that, bro. I respect that.
Believe that.
No disrespect to the name.
No disrespect taken, but I just gotta, you know, this show gonna be big, so I gotta make sure they, you know, the listeners understand it and respect it.
Gotta make that known.
Believe
Actually,
that.
and that's the crazy thing, man, because like that's one of the reasons why I wanted you here, because I know that you work.
That's right.
I see the work. I see all the background work. I see the pictures of the meetings that you be at. I see it. I seen some interviews you done. I know you're working, but for some reason, there's still a lot of people that don't know your name, especially from the city. And that makes me mad.
Right.
Because I'm like, dog, this dude is out here putting on for the city.
Right.
And y'all don't know him. So I mean, I'm like, yo, we got to get him out here just to kind of help push that a little more. Whatever I can do for that.
Well, you know what that is? That comes from this. That comes from Philadelphia has a term called dick eating.
Okay.
And Philadelphia has a lot of like broke niggas with pride and broke. For like, I don't like to call women bitches, but broke women with pride. So when you say they don't know, a lot of the time that's people acting like they don't know because how they don't know. But look at the people I've partnered with. How don't you know if you on? Let's just say we in Upper Darby right now. How you don't know what I'm doing and you in Upper Darby? But Ryan Coogler, who did the biggest film in the world, how does he know? How does he know? He's from the Bay Area. You know what I'm saying? So
talk about Creed, the first Creed.
Not just Creed, but he also did Black Panther. You know what I'm
did.
saying? He did Fruitville Station. So for him to write me into his film, he has to know who I am. So how does he know who I am, but whoever you talking about don't? You know what happens? Whoever you talking about does know, but they're a hater. You know what I mean? And they have foolish pride. So a nigga say, man, I don't know who you talking about. Fuck that nigga. I see it all the time. I see people do it to other people, not just me. People do that around me. People, when I'm out of town and somebody asks me about somebody from Philadelphia, I act like I love them even if I don't, because that's what being thorough is. So if I'm in Vancouver, Canada, and they say, what you feel about Lil Uzi? I love him. What you feel about Quilly? I love him. What you feel about you? I love him. What you feel about him? I love everybody from Philadelphia.
That's real Philly support, Philly right there.
But that's not what it's done.
That's not what's going on.
Niggas would be like, I don't know that nigga, man. He ain't from there. He a faggot. He this. He soft. He ain't real. Hey, all this negative shit. I've seen people do it to so many people. I remember one time I was in the studio with a whole bunch of Philly rappers, and a certain Philly artist's name came up, and I had people with me from LA there, and they was all kicking this brother back in, and I was just like, how corny is that? Because the people I had with me, like, looked up to this brother, like they thought he was the shit. You know what I mean? Somebody from Philly, a legend. Somebody who I respect a lot, and the whole studio was just talking bad about this person. Man, that nigga this, that nigga that. around guests. You in the comfort of your own home, say what you want, say what you feel. But around guests, in front of these cameras, it should be about love. It should be about uplifting, not bringing nobody down. So nobody from Philadelphia I'm gonna get on camera and talk bad about. And the people that I don't like, niggas is so irrelevant anyway that nobody's gonna even ask me about them. You know what I'm saying? So the people that I'm gonna get asked about, I got nothing but love for them.
I can respect that. So is it safe to say you don't really have beef with somebody that's really out here on their grind?
I don't have beef with nobody, man. I beef with the devil. I beef with I beef with crooked police, crooked politicians. I'm on another level. Like at this point in my life, to be beefing with a rapper or beefing with some street niggas or something like that would be so counterproductive. You know what I mean? Is Jay-Z beefing with anybody? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, look, the people I aspire, the people I look, you know, like Imam Jamil and different people that I look up to, they not out here beefing with nobody that's the same color as them or come from the same struggle as them. Like, I'm not gonna be doing that. You know what I mean? Like when I sit down with world leaders. I just met with the state representative from my district. I can't be sitting down with her talking about, yo, you know I'm beefing with what's her name from Nicetown or what's her name from Uptown or what's her name from North. I dumb do that, Sam.
That's fact.
You know what I mean? When I'm on a private jet with CeeLo Green and we on our way to out the country, he can't be asking me about, yo, what's up with that beef with you and somebody from around the corner? Like, that's corny. I'd rather be talking about positivity, uplifting, getting money with other brothers, starting businesses, coming here to do an interview with an upstart show, helping you uplift your show, because this is going to be your most watched show. You know why? Because your rating's going to go up, because I'm on here looking good. These glasses, I look beautiful. I'm shining. My beard looks perfect. My fans from all over the world, they going to watch. You see what I'm saying? Not them haters that told you they don't know me, but them people that I talked about that's supporting all over the world. Once I put that post up, you'll click the link in his bio, you viral. Just make sure you send me a text saying Trump, you was right. All right?
No, that's a fact.
Still,
that's a fact. That's a fact, bro.
We're gonna get you global. We're gonna get you global, baby.
You get all the love, man. So real quick, what we do is I highlight two things: a smoke and a sandwich. Now, real quick, I gotta talk to my man. You don't do none of the stuff on visual, right? None of the weed, smoke, and stuff like that on visual, right? That's not your thing.
It's not my thing.
Yeah,
it's not my thing.
It's not for everybody.
What one thing is for sure, for two things for certain is first of all, I'm a very proud Muslim, and as a Muslim, we believe in concealing our sins. So if I did or didn't smoke, I wouldn't be on camera doing it. Just like, you know what I mean? Like I come from the area where you just didn't do illegal things on camera.
Right?
And I understand people might say, well, marijuana, they don't trip over marijuana no more. Well, if you're in the marijuana business, like I am, I'm in the marijuana business,
right?
From a municipal level. You know, working with Sci-Fi Products. Shout out to my brother Saheed in Vancouver, Canada. Road Nitty, my brother G, and all my partners that I'm involved with. We're involved in bringing medical marijuana on a municipal level, not just to Philadelphia, but all around the world.
Right.
So I have to be very careful, very smart, and very wise about what I do and don't do. And we want, you know, Philadelphia right now has a very bad opioid problem.
Yes, it does.
And one of the things, and one of the strains, and multiple strains we're developing, award-winning strains, by the way. We've won awards out the country, you know, just at the Cannabis Cup in Canada. We have a strand called Romulan that won, you know, a very prestigious award that I'm very proud of. Shout to Sai. We have the best nutrients. See, I'm talking another language right now.
Right,
you know, this is past, you know, an eighth. You know what I'm saying? So what I would say is that, you know, we're working to really do something special, and the strand that I'm really proud of, you know, we have, you know, you brought up my own strand, you know, off camera, and I'm very proud of those as well. I have a strand that's kind of like, I put it in the mind of like a marijuana version of like Red Bull without the crash. Me being the greatest hustler alive, I had to develop something that would be an upper. So, you know, for people that are down, and those drugs are bringing you down, this will give you an upper.
I like that.
This will replace, some people take Percocets if you're an upper or a pain reliever. These are all natural pain relievers when done right, when using the right nutrients, because you have to be careful. You got so much fake stuff out here. Like we were saying, it's just like, people say it ain't no difference. It is a difference.
Oh yeah,
it's a difference between a Gucci bag and a fake Gucci bag, and that leather and those buckles. And it's the same thing with the tree, with the plant.
People that say there ain't no difference, they ain't never been nowhere, man.
Not only that, think about something as simple as the water used to feed the plants.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Is somebody using contaminated water from, you know, the side of a house where, you know, we know that water still has all types of stuff in it that's not right, or is somebody funneling in all alkaline water specialized just for their plants? It's a difference. Same thing with the nutrients, same thing with the soil being used, everything. Same thing from where they're receiving these clones from. You got people now, because you got places like DC which is a little ahead of Philadelphia as far as the municipal, where you can go to DC and get certain things and certain products and learn how to grow and stuff like that. And then boom, you put something in the streets, and boom, I could call this whatever I want to call it. That's Blink right there, right?
That's a bland label
Right.
that you slap
So
on.
that's a bland label. So anybody could buy these labels and write anything on it and say what it's for.
Right.
You know what I mean? I want to be trusted. So, what we trust, especially in our culture, is name brands. We can say what we want, but we trust name brands. Some can be ugly. I could tease you about this shirt. Back in the day, what would somebody say? Man, this Fendi.
Yeah,
This Burberry. This. That's what I want to do with this.
I feel that.
I want them to say, oh, what? Man, that don't look like, man, this that.
That's that.
Because some could look beautiful. Some, we see all these different pictures. It could look crazy. And then, it's all about how it tastes. It's all about how it makes you feel, especially if it's municipal marijuana. People now say, I got that medical. Well, what does it do? What's the medicine for? Because every medicine has a purpose. If your child has a cold, you get them children's Tylenol. You don't just give them anything.
Right.
Because children's Tylenol has something in there that we believe,
You don't get the store brand, the quick.
Right. It's a brand.
Yeah.
Whether it works or not. Because I know many people, it's like the flu shot. Like, I don't let my children get flu shots, right? And one of the things, when they give you a flu shot is going to make your child sick. As crazy as that is, like, people don't even think about that. Boom, your child gets a flu shot. Your child might have never been sick in his life. It's 2-3 years old, and now you go home and the baby's lethargic and the baby's sick because there's stuff in that stuff.
Right.
But then also it's something there that's supposed to fight off stuff and all of that. We don't know whether it works or not. My children have never had the flu. I just told you I don't give them flu shots. Mashallah. I just want to educate, and I'm not no know-it-all because I'm still learning. I just got back 2 days ago from going to Silver Springs, Maryland, literally to just sit with a guru, shut my mouth and listen, and be educated on growing, on nurturing, on the nutrient, and everything like that. Where I just shut my mouth. I didn't say one word, bro. I was up there for 2.5 hours. Me and my brother G, and my brother was just going on and on and on and on and on, educating. He said a million things, but I got one good thing out of that, and that's how we gotta learn. So even with this interview, like if we on here for 30 minutes, if 2 of the minutes somebody is like, that is right. Like me talking about the water you use.
Right.
There's somebody out there that's growing right now that's just using whatever that now might say, yo, man, I'm gonna invest and get alkaline water.
Yeah.
Shit sounds sexy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I respect that, and
So,
I knew this was
You
going
knew
to
this
be
was
a
gonna be
good sit
different.
down
We was gonna upgrade him.
yeah, we talked a little off camera, and that's one of the reasons I wanted you to explain.
I gotta let them look in my eyes too, because sometimes when you wear glasses, they think you lying or hiding. So these just for fashion. You know what I mean? These just beautiful. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yo, that's how I was raised. Yo. My uncles,
these time for it. See,
them Jones is fly,
go back
too.
to name brand though. But they could have been Walmart and they would still fly. But just like a typical nigga, I gotta mention they time for it.
That's how my uncles and everything
Name
was.
brand.
They was like real with the glasses, and they was like, listen, you never let nobody see your
They
eyes.
from Philly?
Yeah,
That's
old
Philly.
heads from Philly.
That's Philly shit.
Never let them see your eyes, and I
Philly
never
shit.
understood that. I was like, I want you to see my
you know
eyes.
what? Yeah, but it's because you living right and you're a good dude.
Hey, I
Your
try to
uncles and them was in the shit.
Yes, they was.
See?
Yes, they-
So when you in this shit, you never want nobody to see your eyes because your eyes tell a story.
Right.
So I could look, that's like me, like I'm a wolf, so I could walk in a place and look in the nigga's eyes and be like, he on some bullshit, we out. But if he got glasses on, I can't see his eyes. But sometimes I could just see them glasses and make me be like, man, let's get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like we avoiding dumb shit by any means.
Yeah.
We trying to be billionaires, so it's like I could look in somebody's eyes like the brother behind the camera. He's a good dude, always been a good dude. I've never got nothing but just positive energy from him. But if he was to throw some shades on, I probably couldn't see into him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why every now and then, like when I talk, even on the interview, because the ladies love me, of course. Why wouldn't they? But I want to let them see I want to let them see me too. You know what I mean? Because I'm talking too heavy to hide anything, and it's all truth. So I take the time forwards off for a few and just talk to my people.
I respect that. And now,
Believe
just so
it.
y'all know, we're not gonna be smoking on this episode. Just
You
to-
smoke.
No. I mean, I
want
can
you to
smoke. I
smoke.
can get my smoke.
I
on.
want you to smoke.
Yeah, he want me to. This like the 187
I don't want to
video.
encourage you.
It's
Yeah,
like the 187 video, nigga. He want to make sure I'm cool, dog. No, nigga, you smoke. I got you.
Because this your vibe. I want the vibe of the show to be the vibe of the show. You should have had some pre-rolls ready, but we'll work on that.
Hey man, listen, I'm still.
Now that I know you, because like let's tell them that too.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna educate them.
No, you really.
The brother, good brother, man, super talented comedian too. Just gave me a update on what he got going on. So it's not just about me. This me and my brother working together to make greatness. But the brother was texting me about different things, about doing the show. I was supposed to do the show another time. One time I was just booked up with other stuff. Another time I was on daddy duty. I had my kids, and some interviews I bring my kids to, but this is one I can't bring the kids to. It's
Right.
not kid friendly. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And even with that, some will argue that, because I have friends that in this world where medical marijuana as a medicine, why wouldn't it be kid friendly? It's a medicine,
That's a fact.
right?
That's a fact.
So I got to check myself educational wise, but we still learning and growing. So as of now, I'm not gonna have my kids smelling like a pound of weed when I drop them off at daycare.
You gotta explain too much.
Gotta explain too much. You know, and we living in society, so we also, you know, we have to be the best of humanity. And as black men, as Muslims, I'm already got so many strikes against me. I have to make sure I'm extra good, especially, you know, I live in the suburbs. My kids go to school in a nice area with kids of all races and all backgrounds, so we make sure they extra on point. Not to fit in, but to stand out. You hear me?
I feel that.
But
I wanted to ask you too. How does it feel to be a Muslim man with the name Tone Trump?
it feels,
Did you feel?
It feels great.
Did you feel like a kind of way after number 45 got in office, and did it make you feel any kind of way for a second? Like
Not at all. Not at all, because I'm so sure of who I am and what I stand for. So it's like at no point in my career, you know, I've put out hundreds of songs. There's no songs even before he was the president where I was like dick riding him or referencing myself as Donald Trump. That was a play on Philly being close to Atlantic City. When I was a young hustler, I used to go to AC with my old heads. My old heads was gambling. When you first came to AC, the first thing you usually see is what? Trump Plaza, real big.
Right there.
It wasn't about Donald Trump. It was about a lifestyle. It was about an era. It was about a time. It was about a vibe. It wasn't about Donald Trump. I didn't know enough about Donald Trump to name myself after Donald. It wasn't like I was honoring him. You know what I'm saying? But I will be honest, before I knew a lot of his beliefs, I did respect him as a business. It's a lot of people. There's a part of me now that still respects him as a businessman and definitely as a gangster. He's a gangster. You know what I'm saying? I respect his gangster, probably more so than any president ever, because he's honest about how he feels about everybody. And I'm okay if you tell me how you feel. I'm okay with it. That don't mean I gotta vote for you, like you, rock with you, but I can say straight up.
You gotta look at life on different scales. Like I can respect the honesty, not the presidential personality, but I can respect the fact that you telling me, yo, listen, I don't like this people, this. Okay, well I don't fuck with you either. But you know what I'm saying?
But when somebody tell you they don't fuck with you, it gives you the opportunity to be like, I don't fuck with you either, and not to fuck with him. Because because think about it, before he came out and we saw how much hate he had for African Americans and for Muslims, it seems like really for everybody, like I don't really feel like he has a pick. It just seems like you either with him or against him.
That's
you know
really
what I mean?
what it
That's
is.
why I say he's a gangster.
Yeah.
That's gangster shit, because he be having niggas on stage with him too. You know what I mean? you know, like that bozo sheriff Clark, who's
Sheriff
a bozo.
Clark.
And that bozo Pastor Scott, these are bozos. They're like Sambos back in the day, like the people that entertained the slave masters. That's what they are.
Man, Sheriff Clark and that goatee used to make my back itch. Like I hated Sheriff Clark with a passion, dog.
He's terrible. Like I dislike him more than I dislike Donald Trump.
Yeah, because it made me mad. It's like, brother, you a brother, and he came out before Trump even got in office. He was talking about when the young brothers was getting killed and all that, and I'm just like, dog, who are you? Who is this guy? That can't understand why
they should pull their pants up. You're like, they should die.
What that got to do with what the fuck we talking about?
Right.
I couldn't stand Sheriff Clark, man. Couldn't stand him. But yeah, I just that's the part that kind of messes me up about Trump, because the Islamophobia just doesn't make sense.
I know, but you sitting with a Muslim, right? And I'll say this. I'll say this. What president loved Muslims? What president supported Muslims? What president loved blacks? What president supported blacks? I don't feel like y'all can name any. So y'all be hating Donald Trump like, oh, he don't like Muslims, he don't like blacks. Which ones did?
Okay.
Because I can go down the list of people. Like, there is no president without blood. First of all, that's a job where once you're the president, you automatically gonna have blood on your hands.
Yeah, you on the conveyor belt at that point. You could be a good guy, but you on the conveyor belt.
You got blood on your hands. They're all responsible for thousands of murders. They're all responsible. And in our faith, we don't believe any is justified. So you're all murderers to some extent. And then we start talking about our people. Our people was made to believe that the Clintons just loved us. The Clintons hurt black people more than any president ever, including Donald Trump.
That's true.
With the mandatory minimum, and we can go on and on about, you know, the crookedness and Hillary Clinton with the people in Haiti and stealing money and all them things like that. And then the Bush family, we already know how they felt. They was like Trump. You know, we don't fuck with y'all. You know what I mean? And we can go on and what president? You know what I mean? So it's like we can't get caught up in that. I feel like it's an agenda now. People are playing on our emotions and our feelings. That's why we seeing so many black people get killed by police. Niggas been getting killed by police, bro. Niggas been getting, but now they want to make sure we see every single one. Why the fuck every time I log on my phone, I gotta see a black person or a Muslim person being beat or disrespected? Why we never see us winning or looking good? Why y'all don't want that to go viral?
People don't understand that that's a plan.
Shit.
That's a plan. The fact that we seen, it's like, dog.
You know what it's doing? It's dehumanizing us. It's making it
desensitizing us to it too.
Exactly. It's making it where It's almost normal. If you went on your phone right now and saw a little white boy getting his head blown off, you would be like, oh shit, because you never see it. If you go on that same phone and see a black man being beat to death, you're going to watch it, like it, maybe leave a comment and go right to the next thing. You see that shit too much.
It's sad, man. It really is sad. But, yeah, man, I don't understand the hatred towards Muslims at all, because I understand it to be a religion, and I understand Islamic people to be a people of peace.
Peace and love.
Peace and love. And
Islam means peace and love. Islam is about peace and love. And, you know, we see what's going on right now, and they tried to make it seem like they tried to connect Islam to terrorism. And then when we look at domestic terrorism, which in the country we all call home, America, we see that every time it's an act of domestic terrorism, literally 66% are about white males. That's the numbers, but it feels like it's 100%. It feels like it's never like Jamal from around the corner. It's
That's
never,
the part that
you know
kills
what I mean? Like, it's just, but the agenda, the people in control of the agenda look a lot like these mass murderers, so they can't make that the agenda. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's the part that kills me. I got in an argument with somebody one time who supported Trump, and they were saying like, well, listen, these terrorists come from these countries. I'm like, well, really, if you really want to talk about banning somebody, we should ban Europeans.
Not only that, but right, and niggas. I mean, you think about who, like, if you just think about people that's committing crimes or violence, anything like that. I don't know no Mexicans that's in the hood just knocking niggas off. I know niggas is doing it, and I know these crazy white folks is doing it.
Yeah.
So it's like, this is a problem that we got to look in the mirror of. You know what I mean? Like, you go think about, where you from? Part of Philly you from?
Southwest.
You from Southwest? Southwest is right now is on fire.
Yeah.
Murder after murder. Ain't no Indians, ain't no Arabs, ain't no crackers down Southwest laying all these bodies down, right?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
At the same time, where all these young niggas getting all these guns from too. So it's an all of us problem.
What they try to do is, though, they try to paint it as black on black crime so they can name it something.
Well,
but I don't believe in black on black crime at all.
It's no such thing, because, bro, if you in an area where it's only black people,
if you want to kill somebody, you want to kill them. You live near them. You got beef with them.
I'm gonna go get on the train and go shoot them.
I'm gonna go to Florida.
Catch a plane.
I'm gonna go to Florida and kill a
right.
nigga. Like, I don't believe in that at all.
It's just like, you know, if something happens in Calabasas, you know, it's probably, you know, a rich person that did it. You know what I mean? Whether, you know, when you look at the, you know, when I met with State Rep Movida, who's the best politician in the history of Philadelphia, who's also a Muslim woman, the first hijabi state rep in the history, and African American, black, and straight from the hood. She's also my cousin too, so I'm a little biased, but I know firsthand how much she cares about what goes on in Philadelphia, because for one, she lost her son to senseless violence, you know, and a mistaken identity. Her son Charles was killed. So when she's speaking about the things that goes on, she's speaking about it from a place of all too familiar. You know, when she talks about knowing about a mother, none of us will never know what it's like as a mother, because we never could be a mother to know what it's like to lose your son. She knows what that feels like. So when she's talking about it and fighting for legislation and talking to other mothers in Philadelphia, it's coming from a different place. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when she shows me a chart of Pennsylvania, right, and it shows all gun violence, the gun violence as far as people shooting each other, all the red was in our area. When you went up to Western PA and stuff like that, it was gun violence, but it was suicides. Who you think doing that?
The white people.
Right. So it's like, we know, they know what their issues are, we know what our issues are. We all have to address our issues, you know what I'm saying? And yes, we know we ain't making no machine guns on 58th Street. They getting here somehow, some way. But we have to figure out something, because when they are getting here, that don't mean a gun ain't never picked themselves up and hurt nobody. Like, people, every time something happens, one of these mass shootings, they want to do new gun laws. Why is we blaming a gun? If I pick up a rock and throw it through your window, you ain't gonna make no law on rocks. You gonna lock me up. The rock ain't do shit wrong. The rock got picked up and thrown. Same thing with a firearm.
Right.
A firearm is a lifesaver. We should be teaching our young brothers firearm safety.
The correct way to do this.
Exactly. Teaching them how to protect their mothers, protect their sisters, protect their future wives, protect themselves. It's dangerous out here. We should, last thing, like when I see people talking about, put the guns down, no, don't put them down. Learn how to utilize them. Learn how to use them. Shout to Maj Toure from Black Guns Matter. Another brother you should be interviewing. He would be a great interview with you, because he got a lot to say about medical marijuana, as well as firearms. you must interview Maj True. I'll line it up.
We appreciate that.
See how I'm always uplifting though, like bringing somebody.
Let me tell you, this is a good dude,
you know what I'm
yo.
saying?
Like
So
from
it's
before
I
the
always wanna
cameras
bring
even
people
started
together.
rolling, he was educating, giving game. This dude was trying to. He's been trying to elevate this show.
And you know what
before
that
the
comes?
cameras
That
even
comes from the
started.
beauty of Islam. When people talk about Islam, the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "One does not truly believe until you want for your brother what you want for yourself, until you love for your brother what you love for yourself." So I could have came in here and been Hollywood and let my business partner who's with me, Ro Nitty, do all the talking. Yo, tell them bulls this, tell them bulls I ain't going to, tell them bulls, and just did an interview, left, and you still would have put it up, got the same amount of views, whatever. Or I could come here, see what y'all brothers got going on. Oh, I recognize the bro. You know what I mean? Niggas would act like they ain't remember him just to look cool, and then I'd have just known I know. You see, I was trying to figure out I'm like, damn. Because he said, when he first said me, he said, long time no see, but everybody say that to me.
Right.
So that don't usually mean nothing. You know what I mean? I'm in the public eye. But
I think that's what got you in the door. You was trying to figure out who this nigga is. You was like,
I was trying to figure out who everybody, ask him, because when the other boy pulled up what I said, yo, is he part of this? Like, we sizing up everybody.
Right.
We gonna figure out how we gonna get in and how we gonna get out everywhere we go.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying? Like, we got to.
should.
So I'm lining it up. That's all these comedian niggas. Yeah, all right, we'll see. You know what I'm saying? But mashallah, it was love and it was a great vibe, and we here making history.
Yeah. Now we talked a little bit about laws and stuff. First of all, do you vote?
Don't ask me that on camera.
Okay.
What I will say is that when it's a candidate that I believe in, I will use my globally respected platform to bring light to them, like I did with State Rep Movida. I made sure that every day I was letting hundreds of thousands of my followers on all my social media platforms know to get out and vote for her.
Okay. All right. We can cut that in.
But no. We ain't cutting nothing. You ain't probably got to edit my joint, because I just want to be honest and upfront with my people.
Mm-hmm.
What I will say is this. If there's nobody for me to vote for, I'm not going to just vote just because, you know, how people say, well, our people died for you the right to vote, so you should just vote. No, if y'all giving me Hillary Clinton on one side and Donald Trump on the other side, I'm not voting for neither one. Okay. And I don't want to hear people say, oh, well, if you ain't vote for Trump, that was a vote for Clinton. Man, I might like Trump a little more than I like Hillary Clinton. Now that Trump's in there, he's doing all the fuck shit, okay, cool. But at the time, I look at it like, I know how the Clintons have hurt and destroyed my people. I got people I talk to every day affected by the laws that Bill Clinton signed off on. That Joe Biden, who everybody now niggas is trying to make us love Joe Biden, that Joe Biden signed off on. Do your homework on these dudes. You know, people, you know, there's some powerful people online like Sean King, who I respect a lot, and different people who are, you know, telling us who we should vote for or support people like Bernie Sanders. Go do your homework on Bernie Sanders.
Definitely.
Don't just go for the, you know what I'm saying?
That you hear.
Right. Do your homework. Because if you don't, then you just as bad as like the people all these crackers that's voting for Donald Trump. And when I say crackers, I'm using that in the term of not white people. I'm talking about racist crackers. I mean that with everything in me. All white people aren't crackers, just like all black people aren't niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I like that. I never heard nobody.
I got to do that. You know what I mean? Because I'm political, so I got to be politically correct to a certain extent. But I'm also a boss, so I can say and do what I want.
I respect that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I try to, as far as voting goes, I feel like the president, you know what I'm saying, voting for president, that you feel how you want to feel about that. But I always try to push the young people, and, well, I say young people like I ain't young, people younger than me.
Our culture.
Yeah, to the culture, really. To go for the state and local stuff.
I encourage that too, so I'm
Definitely
glad you said that.
Go for that.
Supporting local politics is the most important thing you could do, because they directly affect us. And y'all need to know who y'all city councils and y'all state reps is, because they work for y'all. They work for y'all. So a lot of y'all young brothers is out here getting money and stuff like that, and y'all want to do good things in the community. Y'all should be going to go see State Rep Movida. Y'all should be going to go see who the other brother? Vincent Hughes, Jordan Harris.
Yeah.
You know, all these brothers, man. What's the other brother from South Philly do real good work? Kenyatta something.
Yeah, I forget it.
Yeah, like all them brothers, man. What's his last name? Kenyatta Johnson. Like all these, like they work for us. Like they work for y'all. Like call them out, hold them accountable, tell them the program. Don't just sit back and say, man, we need more programs in the hood. Start the program and go see them and get the backing. Because a lot of them is good people. They from where we from, but they can't read your mind. They ain't reading your Instagram, so go holler at them.
That's a fact. So real quick, what we're gonna do is we're gonna switch to the other half of the show, which is the sandwich. Every episode we introduce a new sandwich. I think I got something you're gonna like today, all right? I had to go somewhere special to get my my man a sandwich for the show, right?
Because you asked me what do I eat, and I told you I only eat halal food.
This is a real Muslim dude. He don't sneak no
The Muslim
ham on
dime.
the Christmas. You know what I'm saying? He a real Muslim dude. All right, so
No pork on my fork, and not just pork. So we can educate the listeners. When I say halal means permissible, which means the meat was prayed over. And the brother, I want to thank you for honoring my wishes.
Definitely,
you know
man.
what I'm saying? Got the halal. Let them know where you got it from too.
got this from Sides
Oh,
on
man.
45th and Walnut.
They probably already know.
Yeah,
Sides
if
is,
you know,
Sides
you
is
know.
globally respected. May Allah reward the brothers from Sides. Great owner over there, man. Take care of my whole family.
Nice
I'm
dude.
biased about this because I already know I love this.
This is the
And this ain't usually what I get, so it's something new for me because I don't usually get this.
this is the chicken shish Tawook. I always mess the name up when I say it, man. On Peter.
Oh, and he got it on the. Oh, he went super Middle East. He went and got it on the pita bread and everything.
I don't dabble in the halal food too much, man. But when I do get it, you know what I'm saying?
What we say before we eat too is, we put our hands like this. We say Bismillah, which in Arabic means in the name of God. We do everything in the name of God, so that's how we say our grace.
That's dope, man.
Real quick and to the point, and we thank God that we blessed to have a meal, and we also pray for those who are less fortunate, who don't have anything to eat. People from Philadelphia, where there's a lot of homeless people in this rich city, this rich poor city. The people all the way in places like Syria and Palestine. We pray for them that they are blessed with something good to eat, like this amazing food this brother got for me right here.
Most definitely, man. Now, were you raised Muslim, or did you convert at some point?
Well, I don't believe anybody converts. I like to say reverted, because I feel like everybody's born Muslim, and then your mom will make you something, or your dad will make you something, and that's just how. So I believe, because I believe Allah is the creator of all things. So I don't feel like Allah would make somebody
Something else.
I feel like everybody, that's my conviction and my faith. So I
never
believe
heard
everybody.
nobody describe it like that. That's dope.
You with the dime, baby. Man, we upgrading. So I feel like nobody is a convert. Everybody's a revert.
Okay.
But I was born, my father was Muslim and my mom was Christian. But I was obviously raised by my mom, so I had a chance. I feel like I study theology because I went to Muslim school, I went to Catholic school, I went to Christian school, I went to public school. So, and I had a mother who was going to church. I had a father who, when I was first born, he wasn't ever really in my life, but he was part of the Nation of Islam. And then he wound up, discovering true Islam and being upon the Sunnah and the Salafi. And that's what I follow to this day. And I feel like I was born Muslim, obviously, and I feel like I really just started to really take my faith to the next level, a few years ago, not that long ago, when I really understood the commitment into praying the 5 salats and the importance of eating halal and things, you know what I mean? Because there's people that'll say, well, as long as they don't eat no pork, it's cool. And I get that because that's how I used to be. But then when I understand the blessings of eating halal and how it makes me feel and stuff like that, it becomes a way of life. And that's what religion is. It's a way of life.
That's a fact. That's a fact, man. It's funny, man. I actually, you'd be shocked how many people don't really know what halal is.
Right.
Like, they just eat it. I did some research. It's also not only being prayed over, but it's on how you killed it. I mean, it's on how you
Slaughter the animal.
slaughter the animal too.
Yep.
You got to take all the blood out of this joint before you even sell it. Like,
Right.
and then people don't even know that. They just, I'm gonna get some halal today. All right, what is it? And
They don't
just
know.
eating it, man.
They don't know.
Educate yourselves, man.
Got to.
Got
Especially
to.
with something important. I mean, what you eat is life and death now.
That's a fact.
We see brothers, taking L's out here off food.
That's a fact.
We survived the streets and all this shit. We gonna let a sandwich kill us? Nah, we gotta be on point.
That's a fact, man.
We gotta be on point.
I wanted to ask you some questions about your lyrics.
How you feel about the halal food?
Oh, halal food? I like it, man. I do like it. I don't get it. Like I said, I don't get it all the time. But when I get it, you know what I'm saying, the chicken over rice or something like this.
But see, a lot of people always think of that when they think of halal food, kind of like Arab food, and that's a culture. You gotta understand what halal food. Like if my mother ain't Arab, so my mother making me a dinner that's halal food, she not making me. She can make lamb over rice and chicken over rice and all that. But my mama make fried chicken, greens, yams, and everything like your mama make, but it just be with halal food and halal products.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So you can have salmon, shrimp, crabs,
The same thing,
with
just
fried
halal.
chicken. It's just halal.
Oh, all right. That's real. That's real. You're right. People don't think of that when they think halal. They think of the truck.
Yeah, what made you think? Right.
They think of the truck with the. You know what I'm saying?
I got a song called Halal Soul Food, and I mentioned paprika in the song. Paprika is a black-owned restaurant that's halal in Nicetown that makes some of the best soul food in the city, if not the best, other than, my house. You know what I'm saying? But as far as where you could buy food from, Paprika might be number one, and it's all halal.
That's real.
Yep.
I wanted to ask about some of your lyrics real quick, right?
Let's do it.
In one song you said, "Law number 9, win through actions, never argue."
Mm-hmm.
Now, for those who don't know, he's talking about the 48 laws of power.
Absolutely.
Now, is that your favorite law in the book?
No, it just rhymed the best in that bar. And the song was called Power, so I wanted to reference something that I knew it was catchy and dope. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not that big of a fan of the 48 Laws of Power anymore because I feel like it's become so commercialized. Mm-hmm. And I feel like the true power in that book is when nobody knew what you was doing. Now it's like everybody knows. So
Everybody know the laws.
I feel like it lost a lot of esteem, but there's definitely some game in there. I mean, I can't front. I am a part of corporate America, and there's definitely things in there that I spotted. I see people all the time trying to, do different laws, and I understand it.
My favorite one that I think people don't use enough is never outshine the master.
Law number 1.
I really think that's a deep one that people kind of overstep.
Well, you know why? Because people can't even identify. When the master is such a strong word, but let's say never outshine the boss, the leader.
Yeah, and that changes sometimes.
People can't.
Quit.
It goes back to that pride I was talking about, that foolish pride.
Right.
A lot of these niggas only want to bow down and play a part if money is involved. They don't understand opportunity. They don't understand true loyalty. They don't understand believing in something. They don't understand building something. They just they'll be a nut with you when you're trying to build Maybach music. But they'll do anything Rick Ross say. Rick Ross could say, go to the store and get me da-da-da-da-da. This nigga who's a whole boss would be running to the store to go get it. Or whoever. I've seen it so many times. I've been around a lot of celebrities. And I see niggas who street bosses and all that get around these dudes and turn into little teenage girls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's
don't let the master turn you to a bitch. But
yeah, and not only that, but don't let the master or the boss only be dictated about their money or their success.
That's a fact too.
You think it ain't no bosses out there that's right now that's dirt poor broke? Man, all the bosses in the game now was broke at one point. From Jeezy to all of them.
That's a fact.
There was a time where he was Jay-Z from Marcy. Before he was getting money in the streets, before he was getting money in music, he talks about it in his music. They used to laugh at him and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Chicks was calling me ugly. Then he pulled up in that, you know what I mean? He know that feeling. And it was people that he told about what he was going to do, and they was like this, man, get the fuck out of here.
That's how the game is.
It's somebody that Beyonce was trying to get to be a part of it that was like, nah, B, that shit ain't going to work. And now they somewhere swearing to God to somebody, man, I swear to God, I was the one that was told her how to. But you ain't believe. So never outshine the master, and all you got to do is somebody's money and status. Sometimes you got to believe it. That master might be somebody that's still in the projects with you. Don't outshine them. Help them build it.
Yeah, you got to really understand that concept. You got to know that like he said, the master's not always determined by money. Sometimes you might just be sitting there on a bus,
right, talking
to a nigga. Understand that he might know something that you don't know. Let him give you some game. You know what I'm saying?
There's a dude from Philly, man, named King Saladin, right? Mm-hmm. He an artist, when I say like painting and all that, right? And he paused. This nigga wild flavoring with the same. Yo, that's why you gotta know how to eat around another man. Pause.
Yo, this doing good, man.
Look, you see, I'm over here being bougie. I'm picking the meat. Yo, this nigga just like this. This nigga like this.
Got dig into the sandwich. Smoking a sandwich, baby. Get in this joint.
Smoking a sandwich. He wild. I got the pause him on that one, but I love him.
I accept that. I accept the pause.
Only I can pause a comedian and not get grinded up. Don't try this at home. But no, I just looked down and he was just going crazy on that joint. But I forgot my whole train of thought. But King Saladin. Oh yeah, perfect example. I remember it was a couple years ago, right, where one day he was venting on social media about people not posting his stuff and supporting him. Philadelphia. He wasn't really complaining. He was just talking honest. Mm-hmm. Fast forward a couple years later, this dude is one of the biggest painters in the world. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Multi-millionaires only able to afford his stuff. He's doing collaborations with the biggest corporations in the world. I'm talking about Apple. I'm talking about Neiman Marcus. I'm talking about Nike Air Max. This is a young brother right from West Philly who the whole city was ignoring, fronting on. People ain't really see his vision. Now everybody sees his vision. I bet you he can call any of them people now and they'll do whatever he want, but he ain't gonna call them now because he don't need it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Think about the people that didn't identify his greatness 10 years ago. He remember who they are.
Yeah. And people try to tell you these stories growing up, man. It's a book or something about I'm gonna fuck the story up, but it's something about a chicken who try to make some cookies or maybe a cake or something like that, a pie.
I think you high.
No, man, listen, you gonna remember this story, man. You gonna remember this. And the chicken go around the farm. And she's like, yo, listen, I'm about to make this pie. What's up? You wanna help me get these eggs popping? You wanna help me get this milk popping? They like, no, man, I ain't trying to help you with the pie. And then like a day later, she pop up with the pie. Now everybody wants some pie.
Wow.
And she was like, no, you ain't want to help me get the milk. You ain't want to help me get the, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's real, man.
I tried to put you on.
I tried to help you get in on this pie early. You ain't want to do that.
I love that story.
I wish I knew the name of it, man.
I think that's a weed story, but I love it.
All right, let me get another lyric out of you, right? My little sister pregnant, but my brother doing time. Oh, my little sister pregnant, my brother doing time. So for one, how many siblings do you have?
Man, I got two sisters. My sister Destiny. Shout out to my sister Destiny, beautiful. My sister Angel, beautiful. Shout out to my sister Angel. My sister Angel was raised with me because we got the same mom. And my sister Destiny is my father's daughter, so we didn't grow up with each other and see each other. We just reconnected through social media, and now I want to, get to know her better and her daughter better, my niece, my beautiful niece. But I really grew up with just one sibling. So when I reference my brothers on the song, I'm talking about my brothers in faith, my Muslim brothers who are now my blood brothers. You know what I'm saying? So, and at that time, that particular lyric was actually about, man, my brothers all be locked up so much. I don't even remember who that one was about. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just my brother. My brother's locked up. Yeah. So I was basically making a reference to at a time. That was around the time. Matter of fact, I was talking about the nigga that's right here with us now. He home now, mashallah. Because this is when I signed to Jeezy. So one of the things I was saying was like, people think I'm supposed to be so happy right now. They want me to smile. It's hard to smile. My little sister pregnant. My brother on trial. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh, my brother locked up. I'm talking about my brother's going through different. It's hard to be happy. You know what I mean? Like, so that's what I'm talking about.
That's real, man. You talked about
at the biggest time of my career. I had one of my brothers was upstate. Another brother was on trial for murder. So when two of the niggas that were supposed to be with me popping bottles and celebrating this win, couldn't be there. So it's like, it's bittersweet.
Yeah, that's some of the survivor's remorse that people like Kendrick talked about, J. Cole talked about. You feel bad because you up at the top and the people that you want to be there can't be there with you.
Man, that's real. I never thought about it like that, but that's real.
Yeah, it's hard, man. It's real hard. But you spoke about being signed to Jeezy, man. How was that experience?
Man, it was a dream come true. It was dope, man. It was everything you think it was that plus more.
Okay.
So for me, you talking about a nigga from Philly, you from Philly, so you know how we feel about Jeezy in Philly. You know what I'm saying? Like growing up on his music and stuff like that. So I went from sitting on 54th Street with me in Mossburg, listening to that Jeezy album every day, loving that Jeezy album, to now I'm in Circle House Studio doing songs with him. Now I'm in a W in DC on tour, you know what I mean, in hotel suites, partying with him, with models and the life.
That's great.
You know what I mean? City to city, you know what I mean? And I learned a lot. I made a lot of money. Should have made a lot more, but we don't never question God, we'll never question the law. But it was a beautiful learning experience, man. I'm one of the only people to separate from CTE, which is his label, Corporate Thugs Entertainment, and never diss him, never say nothing bad to this day. I've been separated from Jeezy for years. There's no interview, no tweet, no Instagram where I've ever said nothing but positive stuff, because I'm always going to be grateful for the opportunity. I never forget how happy I was when they called me and was like, yo, send over Afghan, Jeezy gonna do a verse on it. I'll never forget how happy I was when I got that email back with Jeezy rapping on my song, shouting out my hood, saying my name. Like, I'm like, yo, I remember listening, like, I hope he say my name because niggas ain't gonna think this real. And the nigga was like, Tone Trump, what up? I'm like, oh, it's over. Like, I was like, I'm like, kill these niggas. You know what I mean? Like, I just saw all the people that was hating on me at the time. Like, I was being blackball heavy, by the biggest DJ in Philly at the time. I was being fronted on by like the inner circle of Philly rappers. Like I was on the outside looking in of a lot of things that you were supposed to be a part of to make it out of here. So for me to get a big record like that, I knew like I'm in the fight now. I could fight. You know what I'm saying? And it felt good.
That's what we need,
and I was already hustling. Like when Jeezy called to get on my record, I was already living in the Center City loft. I was living downtown Philly. This 2011. 2011, I was living in lofts, bro. We in what? 2019.
Damn.
Still hustling, still winning. The law is the greatest.
That's why I keep telling y'all, man. This man.
These niggas was fucked up in 2011, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of these niggas, even the niggas that's winning now, they was fucked over in 2011. They was looking crazy. Go look at they Throwback Thursdays. You know what I'm saying? 2011, boy, I was living in a loft, baby. You know what I'm saying?
This man been doing it.
My
man.
neighbors was the niggas y'all root for on Sundays on the Eagles and all that shit.
If y'all act like y'all don't know this man, y'all lying.
Man, I'm they fathers, man. I birthed a lot of the shit that's going on right now. Embassy, no, like niggas wasn't shooting blogs every day. Niggas wasn't shooting videos for every songs. That was looked at like corny when I was doing that shit, bro. Working social media was looked at like corny. I won best Twitter in 2009. That's how long I've been online kicking ass. At the Philly Hip Hop Awards, the first year they did a Twitter award, I won. The first year they did a MySpace award, I won. That's early internet. I won best MySpace artist, bro.
That's crazy.
And I won best Twitter. And if they would have did a best Instagram, I would have won that when it first happened too. So always was ahead of these niggas. Why you think I'm always with? They don't know me. Why I'm verified and they not? I don't know them. Think about it. Think about it. You do the math. Why they in my DM saying, yo, bro, how you get verified?
I don't know them.
They in my DM asking me how to get verified like I work for Instagram. Get out my DM with that shit, man. Get out my DM. I don't work for Facebook. I don't know how you get verified. Be a star, baby.
That's real. That's all you can do. You gotta work, and they gotta notice you. You can ask them. People, I know people that's been grinding for years, and they had followers for years, and they ain't get verified. You gotta work.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that's what it's really about. The work. Fuck the verification. Gotta work.
Right, because you could be verified and be a whole bozo. So we honor integrity. We honor, we honor dopeness. We honor creativity. We don't honor no online statuses. I'm just talking heavy.
All right, so
I'm gonna let the work talk.
Being one of the greats for Philly, where do you see not just hip hop, but specifically Philly hip hop? Because I feel like Philly hip hop is kind of all over the place right now.
Mm-hmm.
As in terms of like style and
Yeah, it is.
yeah. So where do you see Philly hip hop going?
I think it's going to continue to be creative because whenever there's success, there's going to be a bunch of copycats. So I think you're going to see a million more P&B Rocks, a million more Lil Uzis, whoever is winning, a million more Lil Meek Mills. I think you're going to see that, but I think that also is going to give us a lot of variety too, because there's going to be dopeness inspired by those guys too. Now, everybody's just not some corny dick rider.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? When you see that next crop of the new young boys that's coming up getting deals right now, you know what I mean? Sim Santana from West Philly got the biggest record out right now. People like that, or like Rocky, the female, like people like her coming up. These people are inspired by different people, but Rocky sound like a Philly spitter. She really rapping.
She reminds
She's
me
talking
like,
that shit.
I like her.
Like a Miss J, like a Nina Ross, like a Beanie Siegel. You know what I'm saying? Like Philly shit. But then you got Sim Santana got like a vibe to his shit, you know what I mean? Like on some Philly drill shit. So he's taking a little bit of kind of like what Uzi doing, you know what I mean? But putting his own some G shit on it. Yeah, so it's like, it's good, man. I think it's good. I think Philly is in great hands musically. I think in every way, you know what I mean? Even like guys like you doing comedy, like how you don't look at Kevin Hart and say, man, look what he came off them low ass stages at the Laugh House to now 200 million followers or whatever, something ridiculous. You know what I mean? Every movie, 30 million. You know what I mean? This nigga went to Gratz. Like, doing stadiums, telling jokes. So it's like, the sky's the limit for Philadelphia on every aspect. Even our people behind the cameras. You know, we see all the great things that people behind the cameras from Philadelphia are doing. You know what I mean? From writing the biggest shows, the directing movies, the Benny Boom, Jamal Hill, different people from Philadelphia. Even the dude, damn, what's his name, man? He a monster superstar. What's the dude name? Indian dude, man.
You talking about M. Night.
There you go. He from Philadelphia.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I'm saying?
That's a fact. That's really why M. Night Shyamalan get love in Philly, man, because he from Philly and his movies is always in Philly, man. Because them movies,
and they be fire.
You like his movies?
On camera, I do, because I want to be in his movies.
That's a fact.
I love his movies.
Yo, M. Night, I always come see you in the movies, dog. So I support you, bro.
M. Night, I love everything you doing. Hit my line, DM me. I'm verified. DM me. Yeah.
I support you, bro.
I love all his movies. I love all everybody that's casting movies and directing movies. I love all their movies.
Fuck with you. Start fucking with
love
people.
all your
Hey,
movies,
man, we
man.
gonna talk about that. I might have to start fucking with people too.
You better. You better. You're a comedian. You know movies is next. You know what I'm saying? You better learn who to shout out.
That's funny as shit, man.
That's one.
No, but all in all, man, I appreciate you, bro. I respect you, and I thank you for coming through, man.
Thank you for having me, bro.
Because this right here is a long time coming, but I knew it was gonna be great.
Absolutely, man. I want to shout out Clout9. You know, provide my outfit for the day. You know what I mean?
Most definitely.
I want to shout out this brother, man, for having a great show. From everybody in front of the camera, behind the camera, his whole team, the brother who hosted us, to give us this beautiful venue for the day so we could be comfortable and have a great show. I want to thank all my supporters worldwide, man. Just tell y'all keep support me. What's your Instagram? I know you're going to have it on.
Oh,
we're going to edit it right here. Your Instagram is what?
LeVar Laffs, man. LeVar
And then we're going to go over here. And mine is @ToneTrump. Everything verified. My Instagram, my Twitter. If you don't see that blue check, it ain't me. They fraud. Make sure you get at me. www.247trump.com. The number 247trump.com is my official and only website. Get the merch. Get the new music. Miracle on Market Street is available right now. Go get the new music. And shout out to me, man. Looking good, smelling good, feeling good, man. I got the new cologne, Muslim Down for Men.
Hey.
Everything, man. Just holler at your boy. We got everything in there. Hustling on an elite level. Shout out to Road Nitty, Free Kill Keem. Shout out to Strike Money. Shout out to Taya Simmons from my production company. Miracle on Market Street. Short film coming soon. I just had Ice-T narrate my trailer. You talking about these people knowing me, nigga. I just left Ice-T house. Do Ice-T know them? Huh? Do Michael B. Jordan know them, man? That's me from Creed. Remember, I'm my first movie. I portrayed myself in it.
You gotta talk your shit.
Do you understand
that?
that?
I be telling niggas.
No. Hold the fuck up. I didn't play like T Money or like you know how a rapper be in a movie and they got a name.
They got a
like
name.
J Mac. No, I was Tone Trump in an Oscar-nominated Golden Globe $200 million grossing movie. Think I give a fuck what they talking about, bro?
Man,
I am the Don. You Google greatest hustler alive and I come up. Think about that. What can I Google about any of them niggas that's something gonna come up? Other than maybe like hating ass nigga. They might come up. Other than that, you Google greatest hustler alive, news, images, anything, and the first thing that shows is Tone Trump. These niggas believe everything Google say. Don't stop believing them now. I'm the greatest hustler alive. I'm the Don. Believe it. We signing out, man.
Yo, as
Hate it or
always,
love it.
As I always say, man, keep shooting for the stars, and I'll see you in the clouds. Peace.